Hi everybody, I'm Rachel Simone and you are watching Yoga Pose. Today we're going to do a 45-minute Yin inspired flow. Often we're going through the hustle and bustle of life and we don't take our time to slow down. So with Yin, you hold the poses just a little bit longer than you normally would in such a vinyasa class or hatha yoga class. So we're going to start with some breath work first and then we'll get into our flow. So the breath technique that we're going to start with is called box breathing. So how it goes is you're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold the breath at the top of the inhale for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold the breath again at the bottom for 4. So this type of breathing helps with people who might have breathing conditions such as COPD, anxiety, and things like that. It's a perfect time to focus on your breath, get to learn your breath, and take the time to sit and breathe. So we're going to start again. The technique goes, you're going to inhale for 4, hold at the top for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold at the bottom. So we'll just repeat that a couple of times and then get into our flow. So starting in a cross-legged position or easy pose, or crisscross applesauce is what we like to say with our children. You can be a lotus or half lotus if that's something that is in your practice. Placing the palms on your knees, face up, so that you can receive all the good energy and love that you're putting out in your practice. First, we're just going to start with 3 cleansing breaths. So we're going to inhale all of this good energy and love and self-care, and exhale out all of the old breath and bad things that have happened through our day. So inhale through the nose, exhale, let it all out through the mouth. Making sure that you're making some noise and exhaling all the way till you can't anymore. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it all out. Last time, inhale through the nose. Exhale, let it out through the mouth. Getting started with our box breathing technique. On the inhale, you're going to inhale for 4. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do that 5 more times. Inhale. Hold at the top for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4. Hold for 4. 4 more times on your own. Exhale. 3 more times. You can feel free to close your eyes or lower the gaze, whichever is most comfortable for you. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more times. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last time. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Still sitting with your legs crossed. We're going to inhale, sweep the arms up high, gaze past the thumbs. Exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, pull over for a right side bend. Holding for a couple of breaths here. Each exhale, stretching a little further. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, change sides. Left arm grabs right wrist, pull over to the left. 3 more breaths here. Inhale back to center. Exhale, fold forward over the legs, reaching out as far as you can in front of you. If you can, get that forehead to the ground. Three more breaths. Inhale, come back up. Inhale, sweep the arms up again. Exhale, right side bend. Taking your time, breathing into the left side body, feeling the stretch there. Two more breaths. Inhale back to center. Exhale, change sides. If you do have any knee injuries or problems with your knee, you can put padding or anything under that. Inhale back to center. Exhale, reaching forward, folding forward over the legs. Reaching out a little further this time. Inhale, come back up. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, take the right ear to the right shoulder, feeling the stretch in the left side of the neck. These are really good stretches to do first thing in the morning or before you go to sleep. Most of us are usually really stiff when we first wake up, and we just hop out of bed and get going. Inhale back to center. Exhale, change sides. Left ear goes to left shoulder. Feeling a stretch in the right side of the neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale, we're just going to take some neck rolls. Starting clockwise. Moving slow. It's not anything that you need to rush. Taking your time, making sure that you feel the stretch on each side. Throat, the neck. And then we're going to change sides. So whichever side you didn't do the first time. Inhale back to center. On the exhale, you're going to roll forward, coming to all fours. Knees are hip width apart. Hands and wrists right underneath your shoulders. We're going to do a couple of rounds of cat-cow. On the inhale, you're going to drop the belly. Chest goes up, head goes up. Exhale, you're going to tuck the low belly up and in, rounding the spine. Head and neck drop last. Inhale, drop the belly, chest goes up, head goes up. Rock side to side. Feel free to take any movements that you need here. Rocking side to side. You can come back into a child's pose. Just 3 more rounds. Inhale, drop the belly, chest goes up, head goes up. Wiggling side to side. Exhale, tuck the low belly up and in, round the spine, head and neck drop last. You can rock back and forth. Inhale, drop the belly. This is cow pose. Exhale, suck the low belly up and in. It's cat. You look like a mad cat. One last time. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale back to a neutral spine. On an exhale, you're going to tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back for down dog. This is our first down dog of the practice, maybe of the day if you're doing this in the morning. So we're just going to take 3 to 5 breaths here. You can pedal it out. Lift the 3-legged dog. Maybe open up the hips. Still rock side to side. You want your arms to be externally rotated. So rotate the arms out like, kind of like you're opening up a jar. Just take a few more breaths here. Pushing that tailbone up higher and higher with each exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale slowly, as slow as you can. Walk your feet to meet your hands. And just stay here for a forward fold. Clasping both of the elbows for ragdoll pose and just rocking side to side. Loosening up the hips, the back, and the hamstrings. Inhale, you're going to slowly rise all the way back up to standing, as slow as you can, till you get to mountain pose. On the inhale, you're going to sweep the arms up high, gaze past the thumbs. Going back to those side bends we did earlier, we're just standing this time. Exhale, right hand grabs left wrist, pull it over for a right side bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, change sides. Whichever side you did do the first time. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take a slight back bend. Let your arms glide down your thighs. Opening up the throat, the neck, head goes back, far back as you can. Pushing the pelvis forward. Exhale, fold forward over the straight legs. Inhale, peek up, halfway lift, show your face. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop, or float to the bottom of a push-up for chaturanga. Inhale, sweep up, chest goes up, head goes up, upward dog. Exhale, tuck the toes under, send the hips up and back for down dog. Take 3 breaths here. We're going to do 2 more rounds just like that. Inhale, peek up. Exhale, slowly walk the feet to meet the hands at the top of the mat. Clasping both of the elbows for ragdoll pose, just hanging here. Rolling the shoulders down on the back. Swinging side to side. Trying to get that chest to those thighs with each exhale. Inhale, slowly rise up to standing, back to mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up high, gaze past the thumbs. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, back bend. Let the arms slide down the thighs, push the pelvis forward. Head goes back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, peek up, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step, hop or float. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. We're gonna take 1 more round. Feel free to take this round on your own. Take 3 breaths here. You know what to do. Inhale, peek up. Exhale, walk the hands, the feet to meet the hand. Hang here, clasp the elbows, sway side to side. Inhale, slowly rise all the way back up to standing, back to mountain pose. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, right side bend. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, change sides. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, take that back bend. Should be able to go a little further this time. Exhale, fold over the straight legs. Inhale, peek up, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, plant the right foot in between the hands. Lower down on the left knee. I go into a low lunge. So now we're gonna start holding the poses a little bit longer here. So get settled in. You do not want your knee to go over the ankle or the toes. If you're a little more flexible, you can send the left leg back a little bit, or if you're a little tighter, you can just bring it in some. Settling in here. Inhale, you're gonna sweep the arms up, and you're gonna push forward. Using your breath for your power. Making sure to keep that low belly sucked up and in, protecting the spine. And if you do have any knee issues, you can roll your mat under, place your knee under there for some cushion, or you have a pillow or anything you like to use. Still holding that pose. Exhale, plant the hands. So just coming to 90 degrees on both legs, right and left. You're gonna lift the back knee, the left knee. Grab the left ankle or toes with the left hand. And just pulling their foot in closer. This is a really, really good quad stretch. If you have to, you can place the hands on the ground. You can be a little bit more balanced. Place the hands on the thigh or the knee. And then just breathe. Pulling that foot closer and closer in each time. Whew. Exhale, lowering that left leg, planting the hands, step the right foot back for plank. Take a deep inhale just as a transition. Exhale, push it back down, dog. Taking time to catch your breath here if you need to. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high. Bend the knee, open up the hip. Inhale, straighten the leg. Exhale, plant the left foot in between the hands. Lower down on the right knee. Settling into your position. Making sure the hips are square to the front. That your knee is not over your toes. And that you feel comfortable in the position in order to stay in it a little bit longer. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. You feel the stretch right here in the right thigh growing, and then the left outer hip. Sinking in deeper and deeper on each exhale. A few more breaths. Place the hands. If your knees out a little bit further, go ahead and bring it in. Setting up a 90-degree angle on both the left and the right leg. Inhale, bringing that right knee in closer. Lifting it up, grabbing it with the right hand. And pulling that foot in. Ooh, good cross stretch. Remember, you can place your hands on the ground if you need a little bit more support. If not, put the hand on the knee or the thigh. Keeping the hips square to the front. Three more breaths. Exhale, lower down the left leg, plant the hands. Lower down the right leg, plant the hands. Send the left leg back for a plank, just as a transition. Exhale, send the hips up and back for down dog. Just taking a couple of breaths here. Just to catch your breath. Inhale, sweep the right leg up high. Exhale, plant the right foot in between the hands, lower down on the left knee. You're going to scoot your foot all the way to the edge of the mat. Both hands should be placed in between your right foot, getting set up for humble warrior. Now, this might be enough for you right here. If you need a little bit more, you can scoot the leg back up some, or maybe move it up if you need to. Or it might just be good here, because we'll be here for a few minutes. And yeah. So if not, you can come down on your forearms and just stay here. Remembering to use your breath and really try not to come out of the pose. We'll be here for 3 minutes. It's really easy for us to come out because we feel pain and different sensations in our body, but this is when the true test comes into play. Using each exhale to sink deeper and deeper in. Although yoga is a very physical practice, it is just as equally a mental practice. If you believe that you can do it, then you can. If you're up on your hands, you might be able to come down on your forearms as you get settled into the pose. Just holding for 1 more minute here. The yin really allows your muscles to release, creating a myofascial release, almost like you're getting a deep tissue massage, but you're doing it by yourself. If you're on your forearms, inhale, come up. Exhale, slowly come in out the pose, straighten the right leg. Just want to do a half split just as a counter pose. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, fold over the straight foot, front leg. Inhale, coming through, plant the hands. Step back to plank just for a transition. Exhale, send the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high. Exhale, plant the left foot in between the hands, lower down on the right knee. Step the left foot to the very outer edge of your mat. Planting both hands in between, planting both hands next to your foot. Again, you need to be here and just stay here, and you're good. If you need a little bit more, if you're a little more open in your hips, come down on your forearms. You can use your fist as a cushion for your forehead. Or if you can, just place your forehead on it. Keeping that low belly sucked up and in, protecting the spine and the low back. Have about a minute and a half here. If you have to come out the pose, then come out, but make sure you get right back in. Or if you're on your forearms and it's hurting, just come up, but don't completely come out of the pose. Sinking deeper and deeper on every exhale. It's a really good practice if you're a runner and you really need to get deep into your hips and your thighs. If you're on your forearms, and you'll come up. Exhale, slowly come on the pose. Push back, straighten that left leg just for a half split as a transition. Inhale, puff up the chest, head goes up. Exhale, fold forward over the left straight leg. One more breath. Inhale, roll forward, plant the hands, step the left foot back for plank as a transition. Exhale, push the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale, sweep the right leg up high. Exhale, right knee goes to right wrist, left ankle goes to left wrist. You can put your knee down, you're set up for pigeon pose. Scoot back on that left leg as far as you can. And just settle in like this. If you have knee injuries or you're very tight and you can't get into the pose, you can come down and do recline half pigeon on your back. So crossing the right ankle over the right knee, pulling the knees into the chest, clasping the shins, and then flexing the right toes. So you get the same type of stretch, just not as much pressure on your knees. If you are able to do the traditional half pigeon pose, go ahead and get settled in. Or you might already be settled in right now, pushing as far back as you can. Inhale, puff up the chest, slide back in, and then exhale, roll forward. Again, using your fist as a cushion for your forehead if you need to, or the hands, and just settle here. Whew. You'll feel it on the outer right side hip. Nonetheless growing and inside. This is actually one of my favorite poses. I think it really tests my own personal strength and my ability to use my mind more than my body. We think that we can't do things, or we tell ourselves that we can't do things and then we can't, but we tell ourselves that we can, and we can't. About another minute here. And flex the right toes to protect the knee from any injury. Continuing to use your breath. Staying in the pose. I have faith in you. Stay here, stay here. Only about a minute left. Really one more minute. If you're down on your forearms or your forehead, slowly, inhale, slowly rise up, slowly rise up. Tuck the left toes under, send the right leg back for plank. Exhale, push the hips up and back for down dog. Inhale, sweep the left leg up high. Exhale, left knee goes to left wrist, left ankle to right wrist. Pushing back on that right foot. Again, if you need to be in recline half pigeon on your back, just go ahead and switch sides that way. So settle into the pose. When you're ready, inhale, puff up the chest, slide back in. Exhale, fall forward. Again, using those hands, palms, fists as a cushion. Flexing the left toes. Always remembering that these yin poses or any yoga pose really is like the challenges of life. You get stuck in these situations and sometimes instead of pushing through them, you just say, I'm coming out. But just like life and just like in this pose, we need to take the time to push through and settle in and feel what we feel in the moment. Even if it's a little uncomfort, or something that's unfamiliar to us. This is a practice that can teach us that. Still holding, just about another minute here. Making sure you soften it around the body. Forehead, neck, shoulders, creating a full release. You're feeling that stretch in the left outer hip and in the right groin and thigh. Don't come out of the pose, we're almost there. If you're feeling it, that's good. That means your body is working. If you're sweating, you're tingling, that means you're doing everything you should be doing right now. If you're all the way down to the ground, inhale, you're gonna slowly, slowly, slowly rise up. Tuck the right toes under. Send the left leg back to plank. Exhale, push the hips up and back for down dog. Dropping down to your knees, laying on your belly. Get a little break here. Laying on your belly, stretching the legs out all the way behind you. Coming onto your forearms, should be about shoulder distance apart. Then come down. Inhale, you're gonna rise up, just lifting up the chest, pushing the pelvis down on the floor for Sphinx pose. Keeping the neck and head long. We're gonna stay here for about a minute, stretching our shoulders and our spine, creating some movement in our spine, which is something that a lot of us don't do. A lot of people suffer from back pain at all ages. We're sitting a lot more because of COVID. We're at home, we're at our desk. And these are perfect stretches to Stretch your back and spinal muscles. Always remembering to breathe or come back to your breath if you need to. Making sure that the pelvis stays pushed down into the ground. Keeping that low belly sucked up and in, protecting the low back and the spine. Getting taller and taller each exhale. Exhale, lower down. Left ear goes to the mat. Just relax here a little bit. You can sway side to side. Sway the hips side to side. We're going to do this one more time. Replanting the forearms, shoulders distant apart. Inhale, rising up, just lifting up the chest, lifting up the head and the neck, keeping that pelvis pushed down to the mat. Low belly sucked up and in. Making sure you roll the shoulders down the back. You don't want your shoulders to be up tight like that. It's going to create more tension and more stress. And really using this time to learn about your body and see where you're tight or you're tense, so you can know what areas you can be working on. About 30 more seconds here. Remembering why you started this practice, why you're here today, and using that to allow you to continue to push through these poses and the end of the practice. Exhale, lower down. This time, right ear goes to the right mat. Shake it out a little bit. Taking time to catch our breaths and relax our spine, especially if this is not something you're used to doing every day. Take a deep inhale, fill up the chest and the belly. And exhale, push it back to child's pose. Send the arms out in front of you. Third eye or middle of the forehead comes to the mat. Trying to push your butt to meet the heels if possible. Inhale, come through to a seated position. We're going to do a seated forward fold just to counteract those back bends. We're going to do 15 breaths in a seated forward fold. Sit up tall, tall spine like someone's pulling you from a string. Inhale, sweep the arms up high. Exhale, fold forward over the straight legs. So you can grab your two big toes with the peace fingers or shins, ankles, feet. Wherever you're at in your practice is just fine. You're going to take 15 breaths here. Trying to get those thighs to meet the chest. As on each exhale, you get closer and closer. breaths. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, we're actually going to make our way to our backs, keeping the knees bent, feet flat on your mat. Inhale, pull the knees into the chest. Rock side to side, giving yourself a really big hug, telling yourself that I love you. Send the arms out to a T. Inhale, fill up. Exhale, send the knees to the right, head goes to the left, or a spinal twist. If you're really tight, you might want to take your right hand and just push your knees down. Or you can just stay centered like this. And take 5 more breaths here. Feel the contraction in the lower back, spine. Sometimes in the outer hip. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale, change sides. Knees go to the left, head goes to the right, or whichever side you didn't do the first time. Take 5 more breaths. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale, getting set for our final resting pose. Send the feet out, straight out in front of you. Right foot goes to the right corner of the mat, left foot goes to the left corner of the mat. Arms to your side, palms facing up. Close the eyes or gently lower the gaze if you don't feel comfortable closing your eyes. Allowing your body to completely relax and sink into your mat. This is a very passive movement here. There's no energy exerted. Relaxing the forehead, the eyebrows, cheeks, muscles around the face, neck, shoulders, hips, thighs, and all the way down to your feet. And just take rest. Starting to bring some life back into your body, wiggling your toes and your fingers, batting the eyelashes open. Bringing the knees into the chest one last time, and then making your way back up to a seated position. You can rock and roll up and down, or whichever way is most comfortable for you. Ending how we started, an easy pose, bringing your hands to heart center. Thank you for sharing your time and your space with me, and hopefully this flow will get you started for your day or prepared for your night to take rest. Namaste.